Righty, so I'm going to do a wee bit more on this. So welcome back to the next video, and thanks for 500 subs. I've just actually done a little video about hitting 500 and giving this away when I get to 1,000, whether I'm here or in America. Because I'll just, if I'm moved to America before I hit to 1,000, this can just stay here, and once I hit 1,000, I can organise Mum and Dad to box us up, or I'll box it up before I leave, and it'll get sent to somebody when the time comes. But anyway, so my next plan is I need to work out, apart from welding this up solid, but I'll get this all tacked together. So I'll move the front away. I want to get this all framed up and all the basic pieces for mounting this and everything all in here before I weld it all up solid, just in case I want to change anything. You know, once I sort of get bits and pieces all sort of sussed out, I think, yeah, I don't quite like how that works or something like that. I'd rather just nick some ticks off, some tack welds off and pull it apart and change something than weld it all fully, and then I've got to, it's not that it's going to take much to cut through it, but it's a lot easier just to nick a couple of tacks off and then I can pull it apart. So yes, I want to get this sorted so I can get these in here to hold that, and then work out what I'm going to do for here, and then start sorting out bits for mounting this motherboard tray. Just work out basic plans for that, because obviously I've got to have this in the right place so you can plug shit in. So that's going to go in there, like that. Not this particular one, but you know what I mean. This is going to go in there so you can plug your monitor and whatever else you want to plug into there. So this sort of thing will be in here. I may just, I haven't decided yet, but I may use part of this to use for the mounting point. If I could tack weld down in here or something like that, we'll work that out. We're getting there. Anyway, we'll get some bits cut and we'll sort out what I'm going to do to mount these to hold that front on. And hopefully shortly we'll shoot into town. I'm going to get something to fit underneath the base of this. I'm going to measure up. So I'm going to get a piece of timber to go underneath here, and maybe sort out some other bits to go around that outside edge to fill these other spaces in. And then I'll work out something else I'm going to put on the back later to hide the wiring and whatever. But anyway, I'll sit this back up here and I'll have a little measure up. So I'm probably going to, actually I need to see whether I've got enough to get in here. Should be close. I should be close. This is what I've got left. I may have to join that back onto there, put on the other side. And then there should be some bits of steel I can put in here to make these bits. Yes?
Some bubble wrap.
Oh, you're right. Yes, you can have bubble wrap. Right. So yeah, this is a tiny bit short. So what I'll do is because this is the last piece I've got, I'll weld that onto there and try and get it as square as possible. Unfortunately, it's probably not very terribly square, but I'll get it as square as possible. I'll probably just clamp it in a vise or something like that and try and get it as flat as possible. And what I might do is I might cut the first piece off it and then take the other piece together, so I've got not handling so much. But yeah, I'll put one up here, one up there, and then there's plenty of other stuff I can make a little plate and whatever else, figure out the rest. Because I shouldn't need any more of this to do anything else. I don't think. Actually, I could have welded that in there. Could have. Anyway. Right, let's suss out this next bit. And for the sharper view that has just noticed this, this is for that Triumph, and it's going to be repainted shortly. Dad just had it sandblasted and colour matched. We're going to repaint most of that bike very shortly, so that'll be on YouTube too. So we'll get these on here, and I'll just flatten these corners. Yeah, I might just I might dash these just see if I can get one side of it. Or I'll just weld it on there like that. No, I might just weld it on there like that. Try and keep these as flat as possible. I wasn't going to put anything here, but I kind of have to. How you going, guys? So just shot on town to get some stuff for this, but I'll show you that in a second. But anyway, while I was in town, I uploaded videos, friggin' lawnmowers. Anyway, I uploaded the third video on this, which is now 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And yes, it will be only in New Zealand because just the logistics of the cost to send this overseas, like Australia or it pretty much would be UK or America or Canada, would just be way out of what this is even worth. So I'm going to give it to somebody in New Zealand when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So what I'll do, if I happen to leave here and head to Minnesota before I hit 1,000, I'll just leave it here with Mum and Dad, and I'll box it up before I leave. And once that happens, we'll just organise it and we'll get it to them. If they're close enough, I'll get it to come pick it up from Mum and Dad, or get Dad to deliver it or whatever. But if it's outside, sort of like this region, within reason, I'll get it shipped. So anyway, so yeah, I'll just put up some bits and pieces for this. One is some timber for around here that I will need to shape and whatever. It needs sanded down because it's been painted, but it is like natural timber in here. It's not just painted board. So yeah, hopefully this will do for what I want around here. I'm actually going to straighten this lip round, so I've actually got something to slip this in behind. That's not sitting here like this, so I'll have it more flatter in. And build a frame around this. And I wanted something nice and thick for the bottom. The cost of it was crazy. So what I got is a piece of 1/2 inch thick or 13 mil, 12 mil ply. So, and if I can, I might double it up around the edge. So I might double it up around the edge because this will be pretty wide enough. So what I'll do is what I trim off here, I'll put on the front, and there'll be extra bits and pieces off the end which I can pop on the ends, and then I'll shape it up and just to make it a little bit thicker, and this will give plenty of support for this to sit on and keep this off the ground or off a tabletop or whatever, and I'll just sand it up and it'll still look nice and varnish or lacquer it or whatever I'm going to do. We'll work that out at the time, but it should look reasonable. We'll work that out a little bit later on, but so yeah, I want to keep going with this. So what I really want to do is get these things sorted out, get this mounted in here, and work out exactly where this is all being situated. I'll worry about the timber stuff later because I want to, as I said, I want to straighten this all up and give it a bit more round and a slightly better angle that suits what I'm doing. So yeah, I'll stop crapping on because I've been talking for 4 minutes and I'll get on with it. I'm just trying to work out what I'm going to do now. I think I'll get into this, but work out how to get these mounted. I'm pretty close to doing that. Otherwise I'll turn the camera phone around. See if we can get you in here. Right, so this is fairly close. It's going to be on an angle, so what it could do is weld it. So I could cut a couple little pieces off this bolt. Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? I could weld it up to the side of it. Or weld a nut on here with a bolt. That's going to suit the situation. And then grab these little pieces on here. Well, it doesn't need to be very long. Maybe it needs to be an inch and a half or even an inch long. That, like that'll be plenty strong enough once it's welded on there for a support to help hold this. And then I can work on what I'm doing up the top here for the same thing. Actually, what I want to do first, I'd actually like to get this a little bit further forward in these corners, so I actually need to trim the centre of the road for a second. I actually need to trim just a little bit of this this join in here away, just shave a little bit of it away. So what I'll do is I'll set this back up in here, get this sort of really situated where I want it, and I'll just mark the area that I need to knock back, I guess, with the grinder. Just whip it back a little bit so I can get this in a little bit further, just get it sitting where I want it, and yeah, and then we'll sort this piece out. Put this back up here. So I'm just not far enough in there like I would like. I'd like to get this basically touching. Actually, it's not bad on here either. Actually, that could be my 3 points. I can still do something up here, but I might make it ornamental. There's going to be a badge on here. Well, you know, like something that would look like a, you know, like have your ornament for your badge thing. I can make that. I can do the same thing. I can, where the badge for Bedford would go on here. There's a hole in the front of here, which I could do the same thing. I can enlarge that slightly and weld a nut onto the front of this top of this case. It's bloody near perfect. It's not a bad idea. That was good thinking. That was good thinking, guys. Thanks for that. Yeah, I'll weld a nut or two or something on here to pick that up, and I might do the same thing with the other one of these. Just 1, 2, 3 sprockets. Yeah. It'll work. Save me putting something up in here, then I can still use this space for something. Oh, I'm still working on things. There's things going around in my head because, yeah. Righty. Stop flapping and get working. I bet you I left the marker pen in the house. I'll be back. Right, found my marker. So I just reset my recording time so the video wasn't so long for each section. They seem to have fixed the stupid thing where I was losing footage because it was too big a thing, but anyway, bigger folder or file. I think that's what was going on. Right, so it's coming along nicely. Starting to look like something now. So these edges are fairly square, not perfect, but fairly square. You know, I can make that better later on. So this is before. If I use these or not, but I'll just sand them and paint them or whatever, or sand them back. And these will be on here like that, and then something may even like have to rebate it back in here so I can slip past this, and then the piece over top, and then I'll fill the corners with a bit of timber or something like that. See we go. I might not use these. I might use these to play with, but I think it's actually looking pretty good. Even actually those at that distance doesn't leave me a bad little gap here for a bit of wiring and a bit of crap, because I think I'll end up with a little bit extra space in behind here too, because I'm not going to put the because of the angle on, I won't be able to put the motherboard tray right hard up against the back edge. I need to set it up a little bit so I can get the plugs and stuff in the right place. But there should be plenty of gap to plug some plugs in there to get wiring out, power cord, whatever. Should have poked them around there. Power cord maybe I might just have to, put a wee well on the corner or something like that, so with a bigger, thicker plug, but it should be alright. We'll work it out. But I think that should be worked pretty good. The board up the back of some description, whether it's metal or plastic or timber, piece across the bottom. We're almost sort of, not really, but almost sort of there, like it's coming along. That across the bottom, maybe double thickness. I've got plenty here, so I can put a decent chunk in here and double it up, just so it's a little bit thicker from the bottom. Shake it, sand it, whatever. That'll work nicely. Right, we'll get these mountains in there. I don't know if we'll use that. It feels really. Well, I might even hunt around for some old hardwood, I don't know, pallet or something. But anyway, we'll worry about that later. Let's get these bits sorted. So, this in here, it's going to line up pretty good. It's bloody spot on too. Perfect. This is just all falling together, isn't it? Right. What I need to find is a couple reasonable bolts and nuts. One, the bolt that I can sit the head in here nicely and weld her in. Whether I weld it in from the top and grind it off, I don't know. And throw it outside for a week to let it rust. We'll see. Right. So I'm going to call it here for this video. So I'll sort of show you what I've done. So I've obviously got all that in a structure within reason sorted. Still got to finish welding it all up and, you know, clean it up and grind it up and all that sort of stuff. Like, I've finished the basics. I've got these on, this on, like, so I can undo that. So it's 3 points of contact for taking the grill shell off. My phone was sort of going flat, so I had it on charge and inside. But what I did is I actually had this pulled off. I just spent, I don't know, probably 20 minutes just the hammer and dolly and a few other bits and pieces. And I straightened it up without going stupid, if you know what I mean. I just sort of bent it, just shaped it back to where it should have been. I was hoping to video that, but just my phone was getting flat, so I went and charged it for a while. So yeah, I've got the piece of, what do you call it, plywood down there. I want to double it up if I use it. So the other thing too, I was just thinking, I had this down on the ground and I was looking at it and I was like, I wonder, and it's bloody near perfect, but I'm going to have to try and reshape the back of it so it'll fit and sit properly. But I wonder if I can make this sit down in here and I'll weld it on from maybe the back or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Fold these bits around so they meet around the edge and everything like that, and then I'll put timber down. But I'm just, it might be easier than shaping something with timber. If I can get that to sit down, if I can get it to sit nicely, if you know what I mean, that would look quite cool. And it's using the whole grill, even though it's not down here. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how everything's coming out. It's looking really good. Try and get back so you can sort of see. So yeah, it's coming out good. And this is like the perfect depth because I want that little bit of extra gap in here. And then I'll build my frame up and then I'll put a back on it of some description, whatever that is yet. But yeah, I'm getting really close to sort of getting the main sort of structure finalised, and then I'll start working out where I'm going to fit all the main components of a computer in there, which I'll show you, and everything's like that as well. But anyway, this will do for now. I think we'll call that for the end of this video, and then hopefully during the week or maybe at next weekend or whatever, if I'm not filming more car show videos or something else, like, I don't know, maybe working on Dad's bike because it's going to be painted shortly for January. Anyway, we'll see you later on. Cheers.